Okay, so first problem, let's see. We're going to do, what example number would this be if we're continuing from the notes? 4? 4, 3, 4?
1, 2, 3. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Say example.
Yeah, we can just say, you can just say example if you don't want to count. That's fine. Example 4, because we're continuing from last night. So this one's going to say 9r plus 45 divided by 2 minus r divided by 2r plus 10 over 2r minus 4. Okay. I'm not planning on using my pretty colors until I do the complex fraction notes, but if you guys would like me to use pretty colors now because it makes your paper seem more fun, I can do that. Shall I start with pretty colors already? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and what do I do first if it's a division problem? Keep, change, flip. Okay, so I'm going to write 9r plus 45 over 2 minus r times 2r plus 10 over 2r minus 4. Okay? And then what do I do next? I did keep, change, flip. Oh, I wrote it exactly the same. You're like, no, Miss Rice, you literally flip it. I was like, why do they all keep saying flip it? All right, 2r minus 4 over 2r plus 10. I was so distracted by changing that to a multiplication that I forgot there was more to it. Okay, so now I flipped it. All right, now what do I do? Joke's on you guys because you all wrote that it wasn't flipped still. You were like, yeah, she wrote it. It must be right. Let's keep writing. So now I factor. Okay, so the top is what type of factoring? GCF. Typically when there are two terms, it's GCF. So if I take out a GCF of 9, I get r plus 5. This is so fun already. Now, just because of the colors, right? All right. Now, 2 minus r is written incorrectly. How should that have been written? Not r minus 2, negative r plus 2. We want the r to be written first. So I'm going to go ahead and cross this out, and I'm going to write negative r plus 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and factor that down here. Do I like to have a negative with my variable like that? No, typically not when it's in factored form, right? We usually would take the negative out. So I'm going to factor out a negative here, and then I'm going to write my leftovers, and what do I get?
Can we pause for a second?
Yeah, because you got to sharpen. Ah, isn't that just the way colored pencils are? So if we take the negative out, we get r minus 2. Okay. All right, and then let's go ahead and look at the next one. So 2 times r minus 4 would be... Oh, no, you're right. No, it's minus, because we divided a negative and we divided a negative. So it turns it into minus. Okay. This one is 2 times r minus 2. Okay, and then on the bottom we have...
How many colors are on here?
It doesn't matter. This part doesn't need to be in color. We're just having fun. Sometimes this is what we do. 2 times r plus 5. Okay. I mean, the pink was kind of nice to be able to see that part right there, but other than that, the colors didn't really help us. They're just fun. Okay, so what do you guys see that would cancel out? The r plus 5 and the r plus 5. Those divide to make a 1. The r minus 2 and the r minus 2. And the 2's, they divide to make a 1. And so if we look at our leftovers, What is the simplified result of this problem? 9 over a negative. It's 9 divided by -1, which is -9. That's the answer. Okay. Was there any part of that that felt uncomfortable? No, it was pretty good. What about the 2 minus r? That was okay? Okay. All right, example 5. All right, this one we're going to do n squared plus 17n plus 70 divided by n squared plus 15n plus 56 divided by n squared minus 100 over 5n plus 40. Yeah, that was kind of a lot of writing. Yeah.
I did the other way. A fraction times a fraction.
That's fine.
I'm already
You can't do those fractions on top of fractions.
Yeah, that's the you know why I did that? Because a lot of students when they see it this way they're good. When they see it the other way they freak out.
Because there's too many lines.
It's a lot of lines, yes. It's a lot of lines.
It's like a rich man.
Yeah, too many lines in that house. Should be top and bottom. Not bottom, middle, 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 top. All right. So, I mean, Big Macs also have lines in them. Lots of buns. All right. What do we do to start? Keep, change, flip. My goal is to actually flip it this time. But I might forget by the time I get there. We'll see. Times, and then I make sure I flip. Okay, keep, change, flip. I did it. All right. What shall I do first? Factor. Which one do you want to factor first? The top. So we're figuring out what multiplies to 70 but adds to 17. 7 and 10. So n plus 7, n plus 10. Okay? And then we're looking for what multiplies to 56 but adds to 15. 8 and 7. N plus 8. N plus 7. Okay. And then we have this one with 2 terms. How do we factor that one? GCF of 5. And the leftovers are n plus 8. Okay. And then we have n squared minus 100. Difference of squares. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then we look to see what can cancel. N plus 10 and n plus 10 divide to make 1. And n plus 8 and n plus 8 divide to make 1. And n plus 7 and n plus 7 divide to make 1. And what do we have left over? Okay.